Hi, I'm Massey from HSP 4x4 Accessories, and today I'm here to show you the Ford Ranger Next Generation Premium Lid by HSP. And I've got a Ford Ranger here and a Ford Raptor with the one-piece and the three-piece variation. So it's going to suit both your XLT style sports bars or no sports bars at all. Come through and take a look at what makes the premium lid so premium. So a lot of people ask us, why do you call it a premium lid? And that's very simple. It's got a heap of premium features on it. So for example, you can do central locking. It's got a built-in LED light, both optional as well. It comes off in a short amount of time. The paint finish is premium. It's got a specific contour to the shape of the unit, which is perfectly suited towards that car. So I'll go through all of those with you one by one. So as you can see, we've got two variations here with me. We've got the three-piece, which is going to suit the XLT style sports bars, and we've got the one-piece, which is designed for a vehicle with no sports bars. So no matter which vehicle you have, Raptor, Ranger, base model, all the way up until the sport model ranges, we're going to have a hard lid to suit your particular vehicle. So there is three reasons why people buy hard lids, and that's going to be water protection, security, and of course, such a big item finishes the vehicle, so looks come to be a big part of the deciding factor as well. Let's go through each one of those points. We can start with security. So for security, we have a twin locking mechanism. And what that means is, whilst the unit gets unlocked from the middle section here, so just opening, there's a rotary latch, which means both points lock in. So there's a locking point there and a locking point there. So that means that there is two latching points for the hard lid to lock into the vehicle, making it a lot more harder for an intruder to come in. The other feature that we have is that there is no exposed barrel on top of the lid, which means that it's going to be harder for someone to try to jam a screwdriver in. It's actually hidden behind a cover plate, and I'll show you how that looks. Now, while we're talking about the handle, the optional central locking actually integrates with that perfectly. What it does is it engages and disengages that handle from your factory remote, which means when you lock your car, either via the factory remote or the proximity sensors on your vehicle, that's going to also trigger the actual hard cover to lock, which is just another point of security, meaning you don't have to manually go around, put a key and lock it. Of course, there is going to be that barrel there, and that's your manual override should your battery or your vehicle ever run out. Now, we do test these locks to over 100,000 switching cycles, which means that they're going to last, I'd say, probably longer than your vehicle. Now that we've covered people trying to get into your car, we need to talk about water getting into your car. And what we have is a really nice and thick compression seal that goes the perimeter of the actual lid. So when you do close it, you can see that that's going to compress and stop any water from coming in. The other feature that we have is actually a lot more in plain sight. It's the shape of the lid. Now, the shape of the lid is a water feature in itself because it is designed to actually flow water away to the point where it can exit safely from your vehicle. So if you look at this, for example, you've got water, straight slant down from this way. So it's always kind of pushing out to the outer edges, and that's going to fall across the side or across the back. So for water, it's excellent in that regard. When you're talking about the three-piece variation, that becomes a little bit more tricky because now you've got three pieces that need to stop the water from coming in. And what we have for that is a really nice and deep infill channels, as well as compression seals around that. So come through and I'm going to show you just what I mean by that. What you can see here is, again, you do have that nice compression seal, but on the inside, you have a really deep channel. Now that channel is going to allow the water that drips across to go straight into there from the lid and then flow straight out to across the side of your tub and down. So that's a really good water management system. We're not trying to fully block the water from coming out. We're just giving it a really nice and safe access out of your tub, so your belongings can stay dry. Now, with such a big panel going onto your vehicle, you want to make sure that the unit looks really nice, and the premium lid is designed to do just that. When you're looking at the unit, you'll notice that every single one of our premium lids actually has a slightly different shape. And that's because we take inspiration from the vehicle and create something that is customized to suit that particular vehicle, and that highlights some of the existing cuts and contours around that vehicle. Now, when it comes to the paint, we got a fantastic finish, and as you can see here, silver is one of the hardest colors to match, and you can see that there's no discrepancies there at all. So a really fantastic finish, not only in terms of the shape, but in terms of the actual quality of the paint and the integration between the vehicle. Now, not all of the looks are going to be what you see on the outside. A lot of it's going to be what you see on the inside. So I'm going to open this lid up for you and show you some of the cool features that we've got, which is marine grade carpet. Now, that marine grade carpet not only looks really nice, but it's also designed to insulate better, to keep more sound out, and just gives you an overall really good premium sort of a finish. The other great thing about this is also that we use a FRP material, which is a fiber reinforced polymer. Now, that means that the material of the hard lid itself is a lot stronger, which means we don't have to have a plastic subframe that you might see on some of the other covers. Not having that plastic subframe means we're not going to intrude into your tub as much as some of the other lids. In fact, with our covers, you actually gain some space in certain areas as well. So that's a really good feature, because obviously you've purchased the ute for the tub, and we want to make sure that you maximize the real estate inside of that tub. Another great feature of the premium lid is the fact that you can put an LED light inside this housing here. So there is an optional LED light which you can install, and that turns on and shines really bright inside of the tub. Now, as you guys know, HSP is very well known for their roller covers, and the reason why a lot of people buy our roller covers is because of the versatility, which means a lot of people don't know, but a hard lid is quite a versatile product as well. The HSP premium lid is actually designed to be taken off in less than 1 minute. So that's going to be less than 1 minute that you can remove the hard lid, which is unheard of for any cover, and I'm going to show you exactly how that happens. It's actually 2 movements. One, which is going to be on the strut. So I'll get you to come through and I'll just quickly show you guys. So you simply just pull this down and you're good to go. Now that means that the strut gets removed from the actual socket, and the exact same method to put it back on. Now, the second part of taking this off is the pin system removal on the hinges. All you do is simply remove that pin and it disconnects the hard lid hinge from the tub bracket. So it's very easy on and off, and we have done this in less than a minute. There are videos on our website that show you this as well. So for people that aren't as spontaneous in purchasing larger items, the hard lid actually makes a lot of sense for you. So there you go, that is the premium lid for the next generation Ford Ranger and Ford Raptor. If you have any other questions, please feel free to get in touch with us via www.hsputelids.com, through any of our social media, or through any of our distributors all around Australia or internationally, and you can find them on that same website as well.